Black and blue, I crawled along the wreckage of what now is gone. Back to you to fight another day. I'll go on and on and on and on. I'll face it, the demons I created with every last part of me. The pain will fade and I'll go on and on and on and on.
Hey, we're live now. Feel free to unmute, everyone.
Welcome to YRC SmackDown, brought to you briefly by Grocery Store ASMR.
Yes, and
To Friday night
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yes.
And also another sponsor, McDonald's
Yes.
I didn't know what I had for
or Jack in the Box.
I actually
Jack
had
in the
McDonald's.
Box.
I actually had McDonald's today too.
Wow. Okay, so this episode is about Jackoff Games. We're gonna talk about the company. We're gonna play and review their games, and then look at some funny room codes. But first, a history.
Yes. Jackoff was originally known as Jellyvision.
Yes. Actually, before they were Jellyvision, they were known as Learn Television. It was founded in 1989, and they made a children's trivia game called That's a Fact, Jack.
Yeah.
You probably never heard of that. Neither have I. Moving on. Then they rebranded as Jellyvision in 1995, and that was when they produced the first You Don't Know Jack computer game. And the reason the name came to be is because obviously it's a play on the term you don't know jack shit. And the concept came to be when people found a hilarious way to talk about Shakespeare and Scooby-Doo in a trivia question.
Yeah, like, You Don't Know Jack, it distinguishes itself from other trivia games by answering the questions in a very weird way that you kind of have to snuff out what the real question is.
Like, basically, it established an identity of making you feel like you're in a game show and establishing talking points with every single response, not only to the questions, but also the parts of the game itself, to kind of make you feel like you're part of an experience. They created many versions from 1995 to 1998. And, let's see, in 2001, as a result of the shift to the computer game market, they Jellyvision tried to keep their foot in the door by creating versions of You Don't Know Jack for the home console, but it didn't go so well.
Yeah.
So, the games division, who was also responsible for providing the engine for Disney Interactive's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game, got shelved for 7 years. In the meantime, they launched a new company called the Jellyvision Lab. The Jellyvision Lab, based on the voice-driven interface of You Don't Know Jack, was developing business software, developing a technology called the Interactive Conversation Interface.
Yes, and, is this the predecessor to the Jackoff Games entering the code on your phone on the website system?
I'm not sure. I think that was more like with the rise of like smartphones in general. Like in 2008, they relaunched Jellyvision Games, and with this relaunch, they made an iOS version of You Don't Know Jack, and an early 2011 console version, and a Facebook version. Blah blah blah. Near the end of 2011. They spun off Jellyvision Games as a separate company. In June 2013, they rebranded as Jackoff Games.
Yes.
And as Jackoff Games, they worked on developing social games for mobile devices, Roku streaming boxes, and even the Ouya.
Yes. Jackoff Games' most popular product is the Jackoff Party Pack, and once M-Page first introduced the Jackoff Party Packs to the YRC in late 2017, it has become a staple of the entire group. Like, it's become a major part of the YRC's identity, mainly because we live so far apart, and getting us all together for a complete game in like a room is completely impractical unless it's for like a special convention or something.
Yeah.
This actually, you know, when you guys are talking about, when you talk about that, Ethan, that reminds me when Tix said that. Yeah, those exact words, that's what Tix, you know, said about a whole entire, you know, plan. But, you know, yeah. You know, if it wasn't on page, then, you know, we wouldn't, you know, we wouldn't be doing YRC live streams. We're like, how would it be fun or something, like, at least with something. If we were doing YRC live streams today without Jackbox, then it would just be a whole entire discussion stream. That's it.
Yeah, like I'm kind of like SmackDown, but every month, basically.
Yeah. When the first party pack was released, it was meant to just be a solution where people could grab their phones and play at home in like a house party or something. But then it got popular when people realized they could play over Skype or Zoom calls. And then it got really popular when people found out you could play over Twitch live streams.
Yes, and eventually that became the main sort of concept for Dropbox. Like,
oh yeah, and also COVID. There were also during the COVID 2020 COVID, you know, times. Remember
that thing we don't talk about too much.
Exactly.
Yeah, that Jackbox gained popularity that as well because you know,
Yeah,
you couldn't see each other. Like how Decem said, none relatives or loved ones, friends. You know, even in personal life, they couldn't see each other because of the whole entire stay-at-home orders, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you know, that's how Jackbox got into more popularity. You know.
Yeah, every party pack following the first updated their engine and made, through the use of special accessibilities and options tweaking, more possibilities opened up for us to play virtually, with features such as extending the timers, controlling who gets to start the game, and who has to censor the answers and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, too, the freaking Twitch requirements or like you know password as well.
Yeah, it's like it started by making it more accessible to the virtual audience, and then they added more features to moderate said virtual audience.
Yeah, it became more important once, you know, Twitch and YouTube started to put more regulations on, you know, profanity and language like that on streams. So that became incredibly useful.
Yeah, 2013 was when they started developing the standalone titles like Live Swatter and Fibbage and stuff like that. And then 2014 was when the party pack started, and it's now a yearly thing that they release a new party pack every year with 5 games.
Yes. So, I'm actually going to pull up a list of Jackbox games, and the main point of this episode is we're actually going to play Jackbox games on this stream, so if you're somehow watching this, you can actually join in the audience.
Yes.
Alright.
That's amazing.
Alright, Jackbox games list. Alright. Let me pull this up. We're actually going to play the first game in the first party pack.
Oh boy.
Yes, where was it? Okay, there it is. You Don't Know Jack 2015.
Yeah, when I say that the first party pack was more meant for people hanging around at home, that's pretty much what I was referring to, because that game is not really optimized for streams.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And updating.
Yes, we have to update these things. Despite how old they seem, they still get updates.
Yep. Although it was mainly about my Switch, though.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting fact about Party Pack 1. The Steam version actually has this bug where if you pause the game doesn't pause.
Ooh.
That's because they published that version with a buggy version of Adobe Air as the engine, whereas every other console version uses the correct programming.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we're gonna go to You Don't Know Jack 2015, and we're gonna talk about some other games while we do that.
Yeah.
Raise down the volume so you can hear our speech.
Yes. If you remember Jackbox Games or Jellyvision for nothing else, you will definitely remember it for You Don't Know Jack, because why not? It was really popular in the 90s. You could still get the 90s games on Steam today in the classic pack. In fact, hashtag not sponsored, but a bunch of the Jackbox games are on sale on Steam right now.
Ooh. 1 second, I just gotta get my phone.
Alright, Alright, I'll wait for you to buzz in before I get in.
1 second, I just gotta get in first.
Alright.
The code is YVOI if anyone wants to join.
Alright.
Anyone else?
Alright, I put it in the chat for Eli.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the only rare occasion we play games on SmackDown.
Yeah, well, one of the few, if we can manage it.
Exactly.
Because merging, even the idea of, I remember a decent amount of idea of merging around SmackDown, that wouldn't really work. We're gonna get bored easily, either way.
Yeah. Imagine like one day we do like a SmackDown on Monopoly and we're just doing that Monopoly controller thing you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like SmackDown is its own show and Raw is its own show too. Like merging it wouldn't work either way.
Like, I mean, we're not merging it per se. We're just, I mean, we're not. It's just that we're not against the idea of them blending together.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so there's also another game called Drawful. Drawful.
It's part of this pack,
Yeah, it's
and it
part of
has
this
a
pack.
standalone sequel.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it while we play.
Let me tag Ace. Let me tag Ace that we're doing Jackbox right now.
He's offline.
All right.
Well, what you might see it, you know.
Well, he can't join this first game because this was before audience support was invented.
Yep.
Flavored eye drops. Blech.
Yes.
It's like funny that we have a YRC live stream that's based on that's Jackbox team, but then again, I feel like that concept's dying away because every time Decent fucking wins every Jackbox competition.
Alright, let's try not to interrupt the jokes so much, because this game has a lot of them.
It's gonna mute, so I won't really interrupt him much.
Yeah, I have an idea. How about we just play this one game in a round of you know, Trivia Murder Party? But that's the only Jackbox we'll play. We'll normally just talk about the rest of the games, because talking about and playing at the same time is kind of a bad idea, anyway.
We'll try our best.
Eli.
He didn't press anything. Okay, I think he did the. Like, even if he didn't mean to run out of time, he must have made the right. He must have made the right move because we all got it wrong, and since he didn't buzz in, that means he's technically in first place.
Yeah. We're gonna play this, and then we're gonna play Trivia Murder Party later on. Otherwise, we're just gonna talk about the games because it's kind of hard to focus on talking and playing the game at the same time.
Yeah, some of them, yeah. I mean, I know Eli doesn't intend to do nothing the whole game, but wouldn't it be funny if he won the game by doing nothing?
Yes, that would be hilarious. Well, this is crap. I can't join.
Who said that?
Eli did.
You already joined. Can you just enter the room code again?
Close out this.
Uh-oh, my game controller locked up.
Should we get out of here and just move on?
Game already full, cannot join. Fuck!
Alright, how about we just get rid of this and just, move on. We'll play Trivia Murder Party later. One game.
Yeah. Did we mention before how this game does not really work for streams?
Yeah. And that was just demonstrated right here.
But yeah, like if you was in a house full of people and your Wi-Fi was good, it would have worked, but better. But like other games in other packs, especially, were better at this, which we will demonstrate soon with a game from Pack 3. So I guess we can talk about each of the individual games in each pack.
Exactly. So let's talk about Drawful. Drawful is one of those things where it's kind of like Pictionary, but a bit more streamlined in a sense.
Yeah. Basically, you draw the picture and hope that people can guess it. Meanwhile, the other people come up with their own stupid-ass titles to try and throw people off.
Yes. And it's kind of funny that, you can actually, it's funny that Drawful 2, its sequel, allows for custom prompts, but here's the thing. If you know the group well enough, it's just dead easy. So you're really better off just using normal prompts, which Drawful 1 only has, which is actually honestly pretty good.
Yeah, plus Drawful 1 was clever with its prompts. Like, sometimes they'll misspell a few on purpose. Other times they'll include a player's name for a personalized prompt just to throw people off. Other times they'll make up a really borderline T to M rated joke and then come up with a perfectly logical reason why it would fit in the game.
Yeah.
Like Camel Toe, you wouldn't expect that in a T rating, but she explains it's literally a toe of a camel.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Here's my thoughts on Drawful 2. Drawful 1 is a pretty fun game to play. It's a mid-tier Jackbox game. Honestly, it's mid-tier for this pack as well, but one of my favorite games in Pack 1 is Word Spud.
Yes.
Possibly my favorite.
It's word association.
Yeah, word association. Word association. You stack words on top of each other, and the end result is kind of like Smash Poetry.
Right.
So whatever Jackbox game are we playing now?
Well, we're gonna wait a bit and then play Trivia Murder Party.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was and in response to what you said at one point, GH, because it said so on your screen too, game full, cannot join. Well, it said that the same thing, that's the same thing that said on my screen.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the farthest back Jackbox party packs were not really optimized for people dropping out and having to get back in, so they didn't really have a contingency for that shit.
Yeah, but right now we're talking about WordSpud. WordSpud is a very fun game because anyone can jump in at any time, anyone can contribute to something, and it's like upvoting or downvoting. You can actually, if the room's small enough, you could just downvote people to just have them not have points, and that would actually matter because it would be -1 to the overall score instead of adding to it.
Yeah, because of the whole drop-in, drop-out thing, it was a more optimized game for playing virtually, but not as optimized as the other fun game of the first pack, Lie Swatter.
Yes, Lie Swatter. Lie Swatter, to this day, has the largest player limit of any Jackbox game. To this day.
Well, yeah, player limit, I would say. Because, I think you can fit up to 1,000 people in a room, or is it 100? I forget.
I believe it was 100 or 1,000, I don't know.
Either way, it not only supported drop-in, drop-out, but also had a really high player cap. Because they had the technology to make it work, considering Lie Swatter at one point was a standalone mobile game.
Yep. The thing with Lie Swatter, though, is that the kind of truths and lies, they are kind of creative, and they're not even that obscure, so if you know enough, you wouldn't really have trouble knowing them.
Yeah, the entire game is guessing true or false to things. Like, normally I would commend them for having a game that works so well and being ahead of its time in regard to adapting to virtual shit. But at the same time, I have to dot them points for letting their ambition and technology detract from the overall gameplay experience.
Yeah, Lice Water is... It's kind of fun at first, but it quickly gets boring after a while.
It's like the kind of game you would use to entertain drunk people.
Yeah.
And then there's Fibbage, which was also a standalone game.
Yes, Fibbage. Fibbage would become a sort of staple for Dropbox in years to come. Fibbage is weird because it's kind of like Drawful in a sense, but you kind of have to... Instead of, making up a title for a drawing, you're making up an answer to a question.
Yeah, you'd have to guess the truth to the bizarre statement while weeding through the lies that other people make up.
Yeah, and what's bizarre is that what's weird is that of course, it's actually easier to distract because you know the kind of cadence and sort of things that Jobbox would pick, so it's relatively easy if you know what you're doing to fool people.
Yeah, basically, if you see an answer choice that says fuck, it's obviously not that.
Yeah, and the weird thing about Fibbage, though, is that sometimes you kind of forget to do the whole fool people thing and just be funny.
Yes, that's why, like I said, you see answers that just say fuck for no reason.
Yes, exactly. And I prefer to make people laugh when I play Fibbage, but then again, I prefer to make people laugh when I lie, but that just makes it easier for me to, find the real answer.
Right. Anyway, with this, moving on to the second pack, they not only fixed the pause issue in Steam, but they also added more accommodations for virtual players, such as adding an audience mode to some games and even extending timers for others.
Yep. So, the first of the Jackbox Party Pack 2 that we'll talk about is the one and only Quiplash. Quiplash is the game that I think about when I think of Jackbox.
It started as a standalone game that would also be released on the Amazon Fire TV service.
Exactly, and what this basically is Cards Against Humanity? Imagine
Yes.
that, but with a shit ton of judges. Meaning,
Right.
the rest of the players. So you come up with very, funny quips to various prompts, and then they come up on screen 2 at a time, and then people vote for which one they like better. And it continues until all the prompts have been shown, and you have a game.
Yes. They did come up with they didn't come up with the idea to add custom prompts until the later sequels, but we didn't need it. Not only because the game had so many different prompts that we didn't need to, but some of the prompts actually had funny responses where the host would talk back if he saw that answer. To prove it, DSim shared this video. This is funny.
Alright. Okay, 1 second. Alright.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep. Me too.
It's glitching on my end for whatever reason.
Well, it's not on my end.
Alright. I mean, it's we can see it, but it wasn't playing. Okay, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
It's good. Let's go.
Next one. The world's most boring video game.
World's most boring video game.
Owen, your
Yeah.
glasses.
Watch, at the end of judging, he's gonna have a few words to the guy that wrote Quiplash.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for the voting timer to run out. Yeah, you get the Bad Talk achievement if you do any Easter egg response to any question, but this is the house favorite. Like, saying Quiplash is the most boring game,
Yeah.
and you're about to see why. Wait for it.
This game, really. You know what? You. Your mother, your father, if you even have a mother and father, you know how hard we work on this game? Piece of shit. You don't know.
Wow.
Oh, this game, quick life, it's boring. You. What are you doing playing here then? When you want to know what else? It isn't even original. Somebody else answered the same damn thing yesterday.
Wow, so think that's on Jackoff.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have seen the Easter eggs that the old Jack Games got away with.
Yes.
Anyways, what else did the second pack have? You can stop sharing the
Idiots.
screen now.
Idiots.
Idiot, yes. The successor to Drawful is what I would say if Drawful wasn't still going on.
Yes, Bidiots is kind of like an auction where you draw a bunch of things and they're kind of framed as auctioned paintings, and you have an auction to see what kind of value that they have, and if you go over the actual value, you're screwed, and if you go under, you're not screwed.
Yeah, basically you get tips from some wealthy people over what drawings are worth how much, and some may look similar to others because the titles may be a bit similar. So basically, you use that insider knowledge to buy the drawings on the cheap and walk away with the money, while trying to make sure you don't borrow more than you can afford from the predatory loan sharks.
Yes, the whole predatory loan shark thing mechanic is kind of interesting, but it would be funnier if there were no bank.
I mean, I will admit it is funny hearing the different jingles they play every time someone calls them up. Predatory loans! We're very rich, but we don't sleep well at night. Let's see, what else did they sing? Predatory loans! Don't be scared, it's only your future.
Yeah. The predatory loans jokes are classic Jackbox James, and I think they're pretty funny as well.
Predatory loans! We really hope that you don't read the fine print.
Yes. Enough about Bidiots, although someone under Grota likes Bidiots a lot. Shucks off.
Anyways.
Yeah. You ever heard that Fibbage got a sequel? It's in this game. It's in this pack. Fibbage 2.
Wait, I thought Fibbage 2 wasn't until Pack 3.
No, Fibbage 2 is in Pack 2. Yes,
I guess-
Fibbage got a
I guess
sequel,
we're
and it's in the
wrong.
second pack.
Yes, it plays exactly the same as the first game, but they also add the defibrillator.
Yes, the defibrillator is basically a system where it reduces it to two options, increasing your chances.
Yeah, think like 50-50, except more like 90-10.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, it's kind of like a cheating device, but everyone has it, so who cares?
Yes. Like, when everybody's cheating...
No one's cheating.
No one will be. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and there's not really that much to say about Fibbage 2. I mean, it's kind of like Fibbage 1. We will have a lot to say about Fibbage 3, though, and its special mode.
Anyway, what else did Pack 2 have? Earwax, right?
Yes, earwax. Earwax is something where you basically make funny noises. Or rather...
Yeah, the game has a bunch of stock sound effects, and you play them to prompts.
Yeah, and you try to figure out which is the funniest, which one goes best with that prompt.
Yeah, my favorite prompts, call me a fucking sissy, but, like, I mean, you can't not love them. Like, my favorite prompts are the ones where they just throw a random player's name in to kind of, like, make it personal.
Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of funny. Especially when in-jokes are a thing.
Yeah. Like, imagine a prompt comes up and it's like DSMXD's alarm sound.
Alright. And our last game in Pack 2 is Bomb Corp. Ever heard of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes? This is John Pox's take on that.
Yeah, we kind of have a house rule where we don't get in a group and play it unless everybody knows what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, everyone has to know what the hell they're doing to really enjoy Bomb Corp. Otherwise, it just turns into like a screaming match.
Yeah, the problem is like with some groups of people, it's not really compatible because it's like we're either all reading the pages of the manual and the person with the buttons is trying to figure it out, but then everyone's screaming over each other and they can't figure it out, or the people with the pages are having a calm, civil discussion trying to lay out a course of action. Meanwhile, the person with the buttons is like, "Ooh, buttons, click, boom."
Like, ooh, what does this button do?
Let's see. This is how a typical game goes with the wrong players. Page 1, do not cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bomb Corp is actually my favorite game in Pack 2 because if everyone knows what the fuck they're doing, it's actually a genuinely intense, fun experience, unlike the other Jackoff games, which are either just funny or boring.
But on a personal note with Bomb Corp, fuck the filing cabinet.
Yes, screw that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, now we move on to the greatest of the packs, the V-Pack. Party Pack fucking 3.
Well, the greatest pack in, like, the opinion of you, Antonio, it's still up for debate what the greatest pack is.
Yeah. Although, in my opinion, this is like the definitive Jackoff Party Pack with like the most classic games.
We'll see what games end up in the starter before we settle that.
Yep. This is the Jackoff Party Pack 3, and the first game you see is a returning favorite from Party Pack 2, Quiplash 2.
Yes. Quiplash 2 has the ability to create custom prompts and adds special kind of prompts to the final rounds. But it also has a standalone alt released in 2020 called Interlational. So the thing about these Jackbox games is typically you can only play them in English. So with Interlational, they bundled the same boring English game with 100 extra prompts in French, German, Spanish, and Italian.
Oh.
Yep, basically Europe. Western Europe.
Yes.
So, not even international, just European.
Well, at least as long as you speak one of the 5 main languages, you're good.
Yep.
We would demonstrate them, but we are not culturally sound, and we only know the English.
Yeah, like, my thoughts on Quiplash 2 are numerous. I mean, it's definitely the best Quiplash we've got, since, like, I love the aesthetic, I love the music, especially, and I also like the prompts at the end. Like, you have acronyms, you have to fill in comics, you have to do other things.
And stuff.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the thing with custom prompts is that they can be funny if you can come up with a lot of answers to the same prompts, but here's the thing. The YRC has a long history of in-jokes, and a lot of our questions are based on those in-jokes, and you can only come up with so many funny answers in response to those prompts. So
Yeah, you can see our newest set of in-joke prompts in the Wild Cards Wild Discord takeover during YRC Backlash.
exactly. So what happens then is basically what can I say? Much like Fibbage, much like Drawful, I meant, Quiplash's original prompts still have a purpose, since we're not them, and we can't come up with prompts that you can come up with a shit ton of things in response to, and
Also the Easter eggs.
Yeah, also to the Easter eggs. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead about the Easter eggs, GH.
What's also funny, just Schmitty's custom responses to some of the prompts, but also the random ass achievements that come with each Quiplash game for like typing this. It's like they have this stupid ass phrase that doesn't sound like it'll work with anything, and then if that gets picked as the answer, then you get an achievement. For the first Quiplash game, it's meatloaf candy. Let me see if I can find what it is for the second one. Let me just open my library. If I go
another thing about Quiplash is that if you know everyone well enough, you can easily just tell who put which answer where. So it doesn't even become about being funny. It becomes about who deserves points.
Which is why we kind of made like a combined effort to not give DSIM any points, because DSIM always wins.
Yeah, which is why whenever you play with custom prompts, I basically last all the time.
Let's see, fuck, it's a hidden achievement. Hang on. I'll Google it. Stupid hidden achievements. Why hide them if you want people to win them? Quiplash 2 achievements. Alright, the secret answer for Quiplash 2's achievement is... okay, that's not the right one. No, I don't want international. Fuck. Yeah, Quiplash 2 achievements, party pack. Wait. Let's see, come on. I'm almost there. I'm so close to figuring this out. I do not want to disappoint people. Oh, here we go. The secret achievement in Quiplash 2. Win a battle with the answer Gravy Castle.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Like, if you thought Meatloaf Candy was hard, Gravy Castle's gonna be even harder.
Yes. And there's also Faking It. Faking It is
not really optimized for a virtual environment, but if you're all together, it could work.
Yeah, the thing with Faking It is that I haven't played it before, but I haven't played it that much at all, so I don't really know.
Alright, I can tell you what I gathered of it from a Smosh video I watched one time.
Go ahead.
It's kind of like Amogus before Amogus. Like, you can tell who the faker is by, like, how they respond to the prompt, because they're the only person that doesn't get to see the prompt, so they have to justify the stupid shit they do or say.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alright. But moving on to more stream-optimized games, there is the GOAT of this party pack. Trivia Murder Party.
In the opinion of everybody that's not me, I think it's okay.
Yeah, Trivia Murder Party is kind of like a more advanced You Don't Know Jack with simpler questions. Like, you answer questions, but weird things happen when you get them wrong. You have to play a minigame or you're done.
Yeah, basically, the whole thing's a haunted house. You get kidnapped, and then you gotta play the trivia games and try to not die. But even if you die, it don't matter, because you get a chance to come back to life at the end.
Yes, the end. The end that provided so many classic moments in YRC history. The the glorious defeat of the Duck in Survivor Series. So many classic moments have come out of that.
Yeah, the final defeat, because he's never coming back, and I'm not even tempting fate here. Let's just continue.
Yes. Then we have TKO. Another classic game. Is that me? Is that me as a penis?
Yes, the game where you design t-shirts and they fight each other to the death for the battle of ultimate t-shirt supremacy. This would be a good time to mention, starting in Pack 3, you got the ability to share your favorite moments from any game on the social medias to try and get people's interest excited to buy the games. But TKO has something special. In addition to sharing your favorite t-shirt designs on Twitter, you can also buy your favorite t-shirts as real shirts.
Yes, and I would make I would mention the whole Jackbox Drawer Lite and how I've used it on numerous occasions, or at least tried to. But here's the thing, imagine if someone tried to buy a shirt like that. Are they really going to fly with that?
Like, are they gonna make the shirt? Are they gonna cancel the order? Are they gonna do something else?
Yeah, I should actually try that. I should actually try it to see what happens. Try buying one of the shirts.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yes. And we get to my least favorite game in Jackbox Party Pack 3. Espionage.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if you're into that thing. The reason we don't get to enjoy it is actually a special audience feature that we don't get to use because we don't have that big an audience.
Yeah. Otherwise, it uses global data.
Yeah, the main premise of the game is, like, they try to say it's like, oh, they're a top secret government surveillance operation, and they'll use the data they've surveilled secretly from people to play survey questions. But what they actually did was do surveys over the internet, unless you have an audience room of 6 people or more, then it polls them. And then you gotta guess what they said.
Yep. The thing with espionage is that guessing is kind of fun, but not a lot of skill is involved, really. It's just luck.
It's just pick a number and then high or low. Kind of like Card Sharks.
Yep. So, that's that with Pack 3. I mean, Pack 3 is, of course, my favorite pack. And it pleasures me whenever I hear its intro.
It pleasures you? Do you get off to the intro?
No.
Anyways, the Pack 4 is a pretty good contender for the top spot as well.
Yeah, Pack 4, you said?
Yes.
Pack 4, the 4th Jackbox Party Pack.
The 4th.
Alright. Let's go to the page.
Forevermore, I love you. My question for.
Yes. Alright, we got. And we finally end our journey for the Fibbage thing so far.
Well,
Thanks, Pack 9.
Yeah. That'll be in a few months. But anyway, yes, Fibbage 3.
Yes, Fibbage 3, much like Fibbage 1 and Fibbage 2, except groovy.
Yes, it has a smooth 70s aesthetic, and the game is pretty much the same game, except sometimes they'll throw in questions about celebrity tweets.
Yes, but the star of the show for Fibbage 3 is Fibbage Enough About You, where you actually get to put in the main prompt, single-handedly solving the issue of what answer Jackbox would actually put in.
Yeah, basically, in Enough About You, the prompts are all about the truths that you put in. You get points for everyone that guesses them, and the rest of the game essentially plays as normal. You get points for finding the truth and points for fooling people with your lies.
Yes, and the whole thing at the end where it's like, I like this or I don't like this. The 50-50 part.
Yes.
Bitch, boop.
Yeah.
Why are you so funny?
Yeah, like Fibbage Enough About You is where we get to really think about who gets to play, who likes what. Like, it's a game where we learn about ourselves, basically.
The game gets so personal, in fact, that it kind of gives you the option at the start to change your name because they suspect you might want to chip into the personality of it by putting your real name in there instead of just a screen name like everyone else.
Yep. Alright, now we got that's... I mean, I always use my, pseudonym name, Walter, but I'm not going to reveal my name here.
Right. It's better than your screen name.
Walter Stevens.
Yes, that is my pseudonym internet name. Alright, so this is... And what's next? Survive the internet.
Yes.
Survive the internet, where you make people look ridiculous.
Yeah, basically cancel culture before it was toxic.
Yes, so what you do is you get a series of prompts and you answer them, and they and the other people make your answers look stupid by giving it a new context.
Yes, like by having it as a troll comment on a Kickstarter, or a stupid comment on a YouTube video, or maybe a dumb caption for an Instagram photo.
Yeah, Survive the Internet can be insanely hilarious. I mean, some of the best Jackbox moments have come out of this game, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what I especially like is the photo sharing segment where you actually pick a photo and then twist the photo.
Yes. Like, what I find interesting about that photo segment isn't just the segment itself, but there's this guy on YouTube that kind of developed a randomizer for it. Basically, they not only shoved it with a bunch of their own photos, but they also randomized it to the different prompts. So even with the answer choices, you don't know what photo you're going to get, let alone what caption they're going to put on it.
Oh, God. That could even be funnier. Like, we should try that sometime. Try something like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not willing to disclose the secrets of their mod, because apparently we're at the point where, like Jackbox is okay with you toying around and twisting the game however you want, but they're not okay with you distributing the mod itself because they worry you might distribute secret game files by doing that.
Yeah.
So you basically got to develop the mod yourself, which means you got to make your own You Don't Know Jack Dank edition, or you got to make your own Trivia Mario Party, or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. But if you know what you're doing, you can kind of put two and two together and figure shit out yourself.
Yes. So, what's the next game? Oh, Monster Seeking Monster.
It's a dating game,
Yes.
sort of.
Like Tinder. If you think that Tinder, it's like Tinder, but monsters.
It's not. Yeah, it's not really a dating simulator more than it is a game of betrayal.
Yeah. Basically, you're a monster in disguise as a human, and then you date other monsters to get hearts, and then every human eventually gets revealed as a monster with secret powers that influence their score or other players' scores. And D-Sim's always the witch for some reason.
Yep, and the thing about this is that you can easily tell who's the monster, like with some players. Like, it's obvious who the invisible person is, for example.
Yeah. Also, when you're not playing with an audience, there's this one mechanic I really fucking hate. I think you know what I'm talking about. The robot.
Oh god, the robots.
Mean.
You basically have to date them or else they'll destroy the whole world and no one wins.
Basically, if they finish in last place, nobody wins. And it kind of makes it hard considering that the robot itself loses a heart every turn.
Yes. Did I mention that both the mom and the Two-Faced Grief are both smashable?
Anyway.
Yeah, bracketeering.
Yes, bracketeering. Basically, you ever had those dumb debates when you're drunk about stupid shits? Now there's a game about them. In space.
Yes, in space, in the 80s, with vaporwave shittiness.
Yes.
It,
They take them things and put them in tournament brackets, and then you bet on them and hope they win.
yeah.
And if you live in space, everyone can hear you suck.
Yes, exactly. And here's my honest thoughts on bracketeering. Bracketeering is kind of fun at first, but here's the thing, it gets very boring very quickly.
You have to be really into whatever the hell is on the screen for it to be appealing.
Yep. Which is why we don't play bracketeering that on YRC.
I might revisit it in the wildcard show, but we'll see.
Yep. And then we have the last game in Pack 4, Civic Doodle.
Yes, this is where you draw things to go on walls in the city.
Yes. It's kind of like Our Place, if you know what that was, except stupider.
Yes, because that's the thing about Jackbox games. They're stupid, but like a good kind of stupid.
Yep. The thing with, Civic Doodle is that people have different visions for different things, so people ever try to destroy it or come up with creative ways to turn it into their own thing. And you kind of have to roll with it.
Sometimes people don't even follow the rules. Like in the final round, you're supposed to draw the self-portrait. They'll tell you, draw the eyes, and then someone will draw the mouth. And then they'll say, draw the nose, and then someone will draw a penis. And so forth.
Yep. The thing with Civic Doodle is that it can be fun to play sometimes, but here's the thing. I'd much rather play Drawful.
Yeah, speaking of, there's one thing we forgot to mention about the other drawing games compared to Drawful. The other drawing games tend to take drawing seriously and give you more versatile tools to make the art with. Whereas with Drawful, you get one color and no eraser. With Drawful 2, the standalone sequel with custom prompts and multi-language support, they really, you can tell they increased their budget because they give you 2 colors and no eraser.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, every other drawing game, any drawing game that's not Drawful is more friendly on the drawing part.
Yep. And now we got to the first game, in which we were actually there for the launch. The Jackbox Party Pack 5.
I pre-ordered it and everything. It was my first pre-order.
Surprisingly, that was Arato's last ever YRC appearance until he hasn't returned ever since. Nearly 4 years.
Did he just invent a word, appearance?
Appearance.
Appearance.
I heard appearance.
That's
Yeah,
his
that
way
was
of saying
Arato's last ever. Wasn't that Arato's last ever YRC related,
gig.
thing? Yeah,
Like, regular
because
gig,
then.
yeah.
Yeah, YRC related
well-
regular gig, yeah.
Well, I don't really consider him as a full-time member anymore or anything like that. He's just he's like more of a
Filler slot. Like,
Yeah.
He's that guy you kind of kick out if you really want to know guy in.
Yeah, because
but, like,
because
he's still
like
cool.
because like here's the thing,
Yeah, he's
like
still cool.
yeah, he's cool and all, but like here's the thing, like he used to be cool and all, like, but here's the thing now with the whole entire thing, like he doesn't join that much anymore because apparently according to Page he's been a DoorDasher now. Is that right?
Yeah, he does DoorDash and similar apps, and he also spends some time working on his YouTube videos that never come out, or writing fan fictions that never come out, or doing much of anything that doesn't amount to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, yeah. Apparently that was the first ever YRC, gaming thing we ever.
Well, I mean, at least he's not like a bad, toxic member. Like, he didn't try to hijack it. He didn't try to badmouth us. He didn't try to sell our secrets to the Russian Federation.
Diane Triple
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yes.
Moving on. The Jackbox Party Pack 5 with 5 games. Remember Jack from the early
Yes.
days of Jellyvision? It got an
Yes.
update. Jack?
Yeah,
they
Full
did.
stream.
It supports 8 players, actually fucking works on our network.
Yep.
Everything's all randomized instead of being sorted into episodes, except for the special ones, like the one with Jimmy Fallon, or the one where Cookie's trapped outside of reality and needs to escape the simulation. Did I say that already?
Yes, and the thing with Jack Full Stream is that it has this weird joke about the metaverse before the metaverse, basically, Binge Pipe.
Yeah, basically Binge Pipe is the streaming service for content, and their motto is everyone is content.
Yes. Even at the end of the game, it says click to be monetized.
Basically, yeah. Wait, isn't that the button you click when you want to share the game results?
Yep.
Yes. I don't know why you would want to share correct answers or incorrect answers, but the screws are pretty funny.
Yeah. About Jackbox, yeah, about that Jackbox. Wasn't that that pack where it just came out 2018 and we just played rarely because we played the other packs because Pack 3 was still the superior pack?
Yeah, Pack 5 was a pretty good pack, although, like, we still come to it for a couple games, which we'll get to, but Pack 3 and Pack 4 are the GOATs of the Jackbox series so far.
Yeah, Pack 3 is the only one I own, like, personally own. I owned it on this computer and the other one that I used for a couple of years.
Yeah, watch
Yeah,
him
it's
put Pack 3 and 4 games into the starter now because he keeps saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. On an unknown date, they're releasing something called the Party Starter. If you can't afford a party pack, they give you 3 of the most popular party pack games for one low price with updated engine and everything.
Yeah.
About party packs and everything, like, we were talking about Pack 3, Quiplash was such a popular game we played on the YRC streams. We made a stream about it, but you know how that went.
Yep.
Anyways, we're on 5 right now. We just did Yono Jack. What's next?
Split the Room.
Yeah, with the
Controversy,
cat.
the game.
Yes. Basically, you have to. They give you a prompt, and you have to fill in a blank with something that makes people really think about it. You get points the more balanced the yes and no options are.
Yes. So basically, if you want to win, get political.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's Split the Room. And Split the Room can be funny, but here's the thing, it's more so a game that makes you think.
Yeah. Say I did here's an example I can give. Say someone has the tool to finally keep the duck out of our streams once and for all, but the only way they'll let us have the tool is if we put Tix back in the group and we can't kick him out. Do we vouch for the tool?
Yeah, figures like that really kind of define Split the Room. And Split the Room, it's a mid-game for me.
I mean, it was alright, but it's only cool. It's not a game we're usually gonna play all the time, but it's like a cool varsity license filler,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically a game where we not only reveal a lot about ourselves and each other, but also like the inner twisted minds.
Decent. The title still says Grand Theft Tonyo on the YRC network. I'll edit that.
You'll edit it?
Yes.
We had this titled wrong the whole time?
Yes, we still Decent forgot to accidentally forgot to change the description. I'll do it.
I'm down.
Well, don't worry.
One sec.
Right.
Let's continue on.
Alright.
I'll just change the thing.
You'll go.
So what else? is
So you'll
Pac-5?
take care of it. Alright,
Yes.
so. Yes, what else is Pack 5? Mad vs. City.
Yes, that's my jam. Like, basically, it's the future. Mankind's being dominated by robots, and they decide to have rap battles because why not?
Yes, rap battles. And the thing about rap battles in this game are they can actually be legitimately hilarious. Like, they could be, like, amazing roasts.
Especially considering it's the first party pack game to incorporate text-to-speech technology.
Have
Yes.
we already done that? When playing Jackbox, like rap battles.
I think so.
Done that. Mad vs. City. Yeah, we done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The trick is, like, some people don't know how to play it, and then the whole thing falls flat on its face.
Yeah,
Okay.
some people don't know how to play it. Like, sometimes they'll just write one word in the second prompt, or otherwise, if they're in a trolling mood, they'll just spam inverted exclamation marks to abuse the TTS.
Yeah, or they'll just write the worst obscenities ever, be like a certain intruder we keep having.
Yeah. So, Mad vs. City is fun if everyone knows how it works.
Yes,
Yep.
And here, everyone knows how it works, so it's
for the most part.
a very good game.
Yeah, for the most part, everyone knows how it works.
Yeah. And then we have Patently Stupid.
Yes, my favorite game. You draw the products to solve the problems, and then you present them.
Yeah, like, the whole presentation dynamic is especially cool since you get to have your own kind of flair, and much like in advertising, the presentation is half the battle.
Yes. Since I think the best way to get across how crazy it can get is to present this 90-second clip from Markiplier. It's funny.
Let me see.
Put up the share.
One sec.
Oh, while we're doing that, have I been hearing like somebody's dog yapping in the
I
background?
sure do, Lena.
Not mine.
I'm just too
I think that's
tired to
Tonio's.
do this.
I heard like
Dog.
I heard
But I think
noise.
I've got just what you would. It's something I like to call.
I just heard this shit.
I don't know.
Sleep
Let's
and
I
sleep.
hear a dog.
But
I hear a dog though.
Well,
Not mine.
take a look, silly.
It's not on my end.
It might be mine. Who knows?
All right, just it's just not.
Okay, let's see the tagline. Let's see the tagline.
things that have a
I kind of forgotten that Markiplier has played Jackbox. Like,
Yeah, there's a whole 30-minute video of him doing it, but I'm not. I'm not gonna
Sleepy
pull
and
that up.
poopy when you sleep.
Oh my god!
that would get Markiplier laughing
Let
about.
the
You know,
master
something
show
like
you
that
how
would
it's
get
done.
Markiplier laughing.
Toby, seems like
Oh, there's another one? What's this one?
Oh boy.
I'm just too tired of shit. Okay, what's this one? What's this one?
Well, let's see.
Please, help me, help us.
I'm simply called.
Wow.
I'm GH and I bark like a dude.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
But what's the tagline? What's the fucking tagline?
Not cool.
Oh my
If you
god.
poop in your dreams, poop in real life.
What kind of drawings is Jackbox? Like,
God.
And that is patently stupid in a nutshell.
Yes, that is patently fucking stupid. And then we get
stupid but funny.
yes. And then we get to Zeeple Dome. Another
Dome,
game
it's
that's
for-
not just funny. It's a game that actually involves a thing called skill.
Yeah,
And a
Zeeple
game
Dome is
a game that I
video
do
game.
wanted to play again because we played it already, like not that long ago, and I fucking got mad at Tix over it. You remember that? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
not remember that.
Yeah, Zeeple Dome is the game that you pull up if you want something that's more like a video game and less like a party experiment.
Yeah, like Zeeple Dome is basically, think like Angry Birds but multicolored and with a lot of people.
And you play with your phone.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you play Angry Birds with your phone, but now everyone's playing with their phone to a giant TV screen in front of millions of extraterrestrial people.
Exactly. Zeeple Dome can work well if... The problem with Zeeple Dome is latency. Back in the day, Zeeple Dome just wouldn't work at all on MPage's old internet since the latency was so high.
Yeah, like now I got Starlink, the internet that doesn't suck.
Yes, now MPage can properly host these things now.
For the most part, like International still kicks people out for some reason.
Yep. So, that's Zeeple Dome. If you want to know more about Zeeple Dome, you can check out Halftime Heat.
Yes. But
And New Year's Revolution 2021.
Yeah.
yes.
But as for that Raw that happened, this is what Zeeple Doge. It's way better than the second one because we did not need a fucking second one because Tix was retarded. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, too bad I don't have a picture of a goat, because then I'd be like, we're halfway through the packs now, and here's a picture of a goat.
Yes. And now we arrive at Jackbox 6. Like, this is a weaker pack in my opinion, but we're gonna go through it anyway because this is a Jackbox episode. And here's the list of games. Trivia Murder Party 2. Remember Trivia Murder Party? That got a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, instead of taking place in a haunted house, it takes place in a haunted hotel. And when you again, there's a chance you may not check out. And not only do they have more interesting questions and more killing floor games and more audience participation, they also have alternate endings through a mechanic called gift.
Yes, sometimes someone will get a gift, and by the end of the game, some weird thing will happen.
If they win.
Yeah, if they win.
Yeah, and like it also could affect them during the game. Like wear the mom's wig, they'll think you're their mom, and then they'll protect you from one wrong answer. But wear the dad hat, they think they're their dad, and the next answer you get right, they don't care. They'll send you to the killing room anyway.
Yes. Then we have. Are you done with Trivia Murder Party 2 yet, M-Page?
There are a bunch of other things that affect the game and the outcome at the end, but I'm not going to spoil them all. Next.
Yeah, next up, a lame game, in my opinion. Role models.
I mean...
Boo!
Yeah, but...
Role models is fine. Like, it kind of pulls from, like, them kid-ass personality tests they make you take in the school.
Yeah, and it's not even that funny. It's really just kind of boring. It really drags down Pack 6, in my view, and Antonio's view. Of course. So, role models isn't even that fun. So, let's move on.
Pack 7 wasn't that all fun either. Like, Pack 7, it was like, meh,
Yeah.
to be honest. Because, like, the only good game was Quiplash. That's it. Like, I didn't like Devils and Tito's. Of course I don't like Devils and Tito's because that game
what
is...
else?
All
Wait,
right.
when did we leave Pack 6? Shit.
Yeah, we're on Pack... We didn't even finish Pack 6. We're gonna get to Pack 7 eventually.
Alright.
Then we have...
What, Dictionarium?
Oh, Dictionarium. Let's talk about Dictionarium. Dictionarium is basically you make up a word derived from a stock word, a stock, gibberish word, and then you try to define that word.
Yes, and it becomes part of your dictionarium, and you can store a lot of words and phrases in that dictionarium to pretty much have as your personal collection of in-jokes and tell Urban Dictionary to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. And then we have Push the Button. If you thought Faking It was like Among Us, Push the Button is literally just as Among Us before Among Us.
Yes, the aliens have very, very fucked up prompts or no prompts, and then you gotta figure out who they are by how they react to prompts. But then, like anyone can be suspicious of one another, and it's like you only get one shot at it. Like, you kick someone out that's not an alien, you're fucked.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, okay, and then we're gonna cap it off with Joke Boat. Joke Boat is a really good original game in this pack, kind of like Push the Button. Joke Boat is kind of like Quiplash, but framed in a more interesting way. Like, you don't get to, make the full prompt. It's kind of like a fill in the blank type game.
Right.
I think
You
Quiplash
get
should split the
like
room,
creative-
merge into one, basically.
Yeah, it's really funny, especially at the end when you pretty much just go up against other people's jokes with your own version and show them how much they suck.
Yeah. Alright. Now we get to another weak pack. Pack 7.
Depends on... Yeah, that's opinion, for sure.
Yes. Let's go to the list. What do we got? And we have the third Quiplash. Quiplash 3, this time with Claymation.
Yes, not only claymation, but also the ability to make custom prompts and custom final rounds. Because for the final round, they have prompts that require 3 answers, and you can customize those as well.
Nice. Which is kind of interesting. I mean, the whole free thing dynamic, though, it can be funny. but you have to really think outside of the box to really get the laughs out of the last prompt.
Yeah.
Well, like you have to say something like A, B, C, or fuck off, and also to fuck off.
Yes. Yeah. Like, basically, like the three most important qualities in a partner. J-O-B.
Yep. That could work.
By the way, decent. Do you still have the Quiplash stream trailer that you did with your own editing?
Wait, I probably do on this laptop. Yeah, I have it on this laptop, but here's the thing. I'm gonna have to find that, and that'll take a while.
Oh boy, you must have it deep in your system folder next to your porn.
Yeah, like, I keep all my old files from the old install of Windows on this laptop in a giant RAR file.
Hey, GH, boop.
So it doesn't take up that much space on my hard drive.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I edited the title. It's called Jackoff Games.
Yes.
That could work very well.
Yeah. Don't worry, we will get to another play game soon.
Yep. This is, and then we have the Devils and the Details.
Oh boy. Okay. How do I explain this one? It's story-based, much like Bomb Corp.
Yeah,
but
you're basically a family of doubles, including another Jackbox MILF, but we're not gonna get into that. But here's the thing. We have a double family, and they're sent up to the human world to act like human beings and not give in to their devilish desires. So
yeah,
they basically run the house with your help, and then if some people are lucky enough, they can actually give in to their devilish desires and earn points if they're clever enough.
yeah, but they gotta hurry, because if too many people do that, it creates a family emergency that everybody has to save, which is why most people try to stop the people from doing the devilish thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And a lot of the tasks around the house require working together, which doesn't exactly bode well for either people with bad internet or people with no mic. And especially not so much if you're on a team with people in that chat.
Yeah, so what basically happens is that you have to, basically deal with the spam filter all the time as you're frantically trying to tell people what to do.
Yes. Yeah, we always lose at, like, I don't know, is it day 3, 5, 4?
Yeah, like, because even on Discord, some people don't have mics, some people just don't get what's going on, so they have to use the chat, and everything gets kind of screwy.
Right.
So, the Devils and the
yeah.
Details is a mid to low tier game for me, though, even at optimal conditions.
Basically, if you can get along in a house together, you might have a chance.
Yep. And then we have Champed Up.
Yes, much like TKO, you draw things and have them fight each other, but this time instead of just designs for t-shirts, you're actually creating, like, characters, hero characters, that fight each other and become the best heroes. And, like, much like in TKO where you could buy t-shirts, with this one, you can buy custom trading cards of your heroes to play the corollary card game, Champed Up Slam Down.
Yeah, I haven't played Champed Up that much, but in my opinion, it's not really that good. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think I already showed in a previous stream, a clip of the Slam Down cards I got from the game designers.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's like that pretty much gives you an example of creativity and shit. But like, even if you don't care about the Slam Down game, the idea of having collectible cards that you made is kind of amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. But
Yeah.
other than that, I don't really like Chapped Up that much.
Yeah, there is another game like that in a later pack, but what we could tell you about that is nothing because we never played it. But we'll get there when we get there.
All right, and then we have Talking Points, the game where you give TED Talks.
Basically, a PowerPoint presentation mixed with a sick sense of humor.
Exactly. Like
it's a test of your improv skills, of which I have many.
Yeah, like you basically give a PowerPoint presentation and you're partnered up with someone that tries to fuck with you or help you, depending on how they like you.
Yeah, basically they can help you because they want you to get lots of points because they get half the points, or they can screw you up because haha funny you all.
Yep. It's much funnier if you do that because, like, and especially funny when you make, like, sex jokes because TED Talks aren't really the ideal environment for that kind of thing, so that makes it that much funnier. I was wondering, were you still there?
Hello?
What?
Yeah, there you go.
Like, and fucking, one of the things I remember about the talking points was when I was assisting one of my wildcard friends, Septa, with a presentation, and he was doing like friggin', I gave him a picture of croissant and panties, and he just rolled with it.
Yeah, Talking Points is... It's another relatively good game to come out of this pack. It's fun to play once in a while, but here's the only other legitimately great game besides Quiplash 3, in my opinion, in this pack. Blabber Round. Blabber Round, the game where you guess prompts, where you get...
Yeah.
And the thing about this game is that they have to describe the game in a very weird way since they only give you a certain amount of words and a certain amount of sentences. So you kind of have to guess what it is based on those. Yeah,
basically, to describe the word, you're only given limited sets of words to make sentences, and then the people have to guess it. What really drives home the comedy is this is another text-to-speech game. Like, every sentence and every guess is spoken by the computer program, no matter how messed up it is.
Yep.
But you also get points if your wrong answer is used as a clue. Like if I say the answer is Cuphead, which is wrong, and then the person giving the clues might be like, has a little bit to do with Cuphead. I get points for that at the end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, Blather Round's weird, but like a fun weird, I guess. So that was that
GH,
pack 6 or 7? Yeah, credit.
We're on 7. We're basically at the end of 7.
Alright, pack 8. It is the newest one.
Yeah.
That much I can say.
Yeah. Pack 8, in my opinion, it's still relatively weak. Weapons Drawn is kind of lame.
We can't really talk about Weapons Drawn because we never got to play it.
Yeah. I did get to play it, though, and it's fucking boring. It's stupid.
Does it let you buy merch at the end?
I don't know.
Let's see, what's a house favorite? The Wheel of Enormous Proportions, right?
Yep, The Wheel of Enormous Proportions. It's my favorite game in the Jackbox Party Pack 8.
Yeah. Basically, the wheel is enormous in proportion, and you can ask it a question that you've always wanted an answer to. And then, if you win the trivia game, it'll answer that question. I asked it if Starlink Internet would be an improvement for me, and it said no.
And I like to ask it, like, controversial no-no questions.
Yes, I can see. Yeah, my audience is very well aware of that. Thanks for being the edgy edgelord McEdgerson of my channel.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, but really though, Trivia Murder Party shows a lot of it itself in its game. It's kind of like a spiritual successor to Trivia Murder Party.
Yeah, except nobody dies.
Yeah, except no one dies. Like, you have all sorts of prompts and questions like that, but here's the thing, you don't get the mini games, instead you get the wheel.
Yeah, and call it an effect of my autism, but I love watching things spin.
Yes. Spinny! Whee!
Also, I love me some Dr. Poop Pepper.
Yeah.
Dr. Poop Pepper.
Yeah.
Dr. Peter Piper. Peter Piper.
Tito?
Don't go there.
Anyways, Packing...
Peter Piper. Pickle Pepper. That's what I was gonna say.
There you go.
Packing presented a monumental development for the engine, especially for people with really bad connections. Not just extended timers, but the ability to turn off timers altogether for a couple games.
Yeah, like Jambox, it was the first of the Jackoff games to really be developed with COVID in mind.
Yes. And one game that uses disable timers is Drawful Animates. It's a spiritual successor to the Drawful games. And they really amped their game. Not only do they give you 3 colors and no eraser, but you also draw 2 pictures, which are played one after another in a GIF-style animation.
Yeah, I mean, Drawful Animates can be fun, like just like Drawful 2, but it's kind of does it let you do custom prompts?
Yes.
Nice. So, Drawful Animate is actually my favorite version of Drawful.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
in Drawful 2, you still have that single image, so if you can't really come up with a way you could move, you could still just do that.
Yeah. Even though it's clearly not a professional art suite in any way, it sure does have artists in mind a little bit, this animated version. Because when you draw the second frame, you have a shadow of the first frame as a reference. Which
Yeah.
most animation programs do have nowadays.
Yeah, but it does kind of encourage not animating at all and just doing 2 completely different pictures all together. So if you do that, the whole thing is kind of lost on people. So that's why I prefer Drawful 2 in some respects over this.
Yes. Right. Anyway, another game that disables timers, if you disable timers, is Job Job.
Yes, Job Job. Honestly, this is my favorite game from Pack 8 because Job Job is a game where you put in some prompts, but then it breaks down every word into a series of words. Like, think like a newspaper clipping secret message, but as
Yes.
a game. So you have like these sorts of words and then you put them together to create funny things.
Yeah, you use them to create answers for questions on your job application.
Yes.
And the winner gets a job.
Yes, a job. With a water cooler.
An anthropomorphic water cooler.
Yes.
I don't know what gender it is, but I can imagine deriving pleasure from it somewhere.
Exactly. And then we have the last game that we'll talk about. Pole Mine. Pole Mine is kind of weak in my opinion.
Yeah, the presentation is good, but the game doesn't really have the chops to back it up, especially when you're dealing with people that have no idea how it works.
Exactly.
Basically, you're in a dungeon, and to get out of the dungeon, you have to go through the doors by correctly predicting the most popular or least popular results in a poll.
Exactly.
I thought it'd be cool. Because it has this RPG thing going on, but it's kind of weak.
Yep. I mean...
However, like Espionage, it does have the audience play-along element where they go by the poll answers provided by said audience.
Yep. And that's all I have to say about Pole Mine. Anyone else? I don't think so.
All right. So So in addition to the party packs and the standalones that would eventually make their way into said party packs or derive from said party packs, Jackbox also sells the classic You Don't Know Jack series, which is
Yes.
from the classic number titles to the special themes titles, and even Head Rush, the teenager-oriented spin-off.
Oh yeah. I mean, remember on Raw when we tried to play the You Don't Know Jack original game?
Yes, it was fun. It really showed how far bot technology has come and how far we can make do with my really crappy latency at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I did make a system where you can use the controllers on Discord, and I wonder how it would work with You Don't Know Jack, but I'd have to take the timers into account.
It would have to simulate key presses and not just the input controllers.
Yep. I'll make that so.
Right. There is one thing that party packs can't replicate, or at least not as well as the classic games, and that's the self-awareness of it all. Remember when I said the classic You Don't Know Jack games had this voice-driven thing to make you feel like you're actually part of the experience?
Yeah.
They do everything to push that narrative, including this one particular Easter egg that I think a lot of 30-year-olds are snickering at right now, just by my describing it. Basically, you go up to one of those type in your response questions, and you buzz in, and you type, "fuck you." The host takes that personally.
Yeah, and don't they actually quit the game altogether?
They do if all three players do it. Let me see if I can just find. Okay, here's the first one I found from You Don't Know Jack Movies Edition. We can play this we can watch this video for a few minutes.
Hey, GH, boop.
Hey, crap.
Hey, why are you so funny?
Hey, no, shut up.
One sec.
You got Alright, you getting screen share?
Yep.
Alright. And before anyone asks, yes, the Easter egg remains intact in the team version, with the exception of Volume 1.
It's all about you, player 3. Which one do you want? Uh-oh, French cutlets prime chore.
It's time for a Snickerclish restroom.
Let's see if you can make sense of this gibberish category. How to beat a murder rap. Gonna start out with $5,000 on this one. Now don't get nervous, but the more time you take, the less cash you get. Okay, get ready and tell me, what famous movie quote does this rhyme with? You pant, scandalous sleuth. And don't... You're the star player one time.
Fuck you.
What? Excuse... Oh man, look at this.
What do you got? Oh man, that's disgusting. Call the Air Force.
It's the Snickerdoodle guy.
What? No. Just take some cash away from him. Come on.
Okay. I think you gotta punish them even more, harder. You gotta contact your service provider, and then
what are you talking about?
call their SCSI port.
You don't even know what you're talking about. Let's just take away some more cash.
Hey, GH, boop.
Okay.
Okay,
Why are you
now
so
you've
funny?
had your fun, so let's get back to the game, okay?
I think we should
Hey,
still...
get out, leave me alone. We're gonna go back to... No, we're gonna get back to the... Shut up!
Sorry.
Let's get back to the game.
It keeps going.
Anyone got a clue? Your move, player 2. Type it.
You see, Cookie? That's what happens when you coddle the kids. It's, you didn't do enough.
Coddling them.
You totally can't. You didn't give them a big enough punishment, and it,
Did you fart?
Gotta go.
Okay, before I was interrupted there, did you notice what I did? I didn't do anything. You know why? Because it's not original anymore when you type that in. It's just stupid and image. What did you eat today? It smells like rotting wood in here. God!
What are you talking about? I just had my Vaseline sandwich and I can't.
Get out of here!
Yeah.
Leave! Get out! Get out!
Sorry.
Player 3, you want this one? Player
Where do
3
I
bound
get
for
crap?
glory. Are you a 2-year-old? I mean, come on. Do you really think I'm going to sit here and take this abuse from you? No. I have much better things to do with my time. So you know what's happening now? I'm quitting out of the game. Yeah, your game, it's over with. No more game for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on break. I'm going to go to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm going to grab one of those today's specials with the pink glaze and the jimmies on it. I imagine I'll get a croissant sandwich, some soup, coffee, a couple of crullers for the road, and some donut holes. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'll tell you something. You've got a lot to learn. A lot of growing up to do. I'm sure you don't understand that now, but hopefully someday you will. So that's my speech. Later.
Yeah, if you thought that was hilarious, get this. Volume 6 and the unpatched version of Volume 1 actually swear back at you.
Oh, God.
Uncensored and everything.
Oh, jeez.
Oh wait, actually no. Part of Volume 4 actually has some uncensored swearing back at you too, but only part of it.
Oh.
Should I pull those up, or did I make my point?
I think you made your point. Now, let's look at what's funnier than Jackbox itself is actually sometimes the room codes.
Oh yes, the room codes. See, to enter a game of Jackbox Party Pack, you have to enter an alphabetic room code, 4 letters of the alphabets that define what the room is, and that's how it knows what game you're playing from your phone.
Yes, and
there is a filter where the room code cannot be a straight expletive.
yeah, but it can be funny in other ways. It can spell out something perfect for the situation. For example, here.
Yeah.
Oh, from 2020 Rumble, we're
Then
playing
after Split the Room, we're gonna play Mad vs. City.
And the room code, what was the room code?
Lag! Yup. Yes, I was having laggy issues and it came up with a perfect room code.
Oh yeah, this is when Decent was still using a shitty iPhone. Just kidding, I'm just kidding. Okay, this is when Decent didn't have no screen share yet. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. This was
Like a
before
screen
capture
capture card.
cards. This was before capture cards came into Decent's realm of existence.
Yep. So
And this is before the wrestling. This is before wrestling was, you know.
in the thing.
Yes.
Anyway, but I actually did get another funny room code recently. Easy.
Well,
Remember that?
easy.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I
We
think I
played
remember
the
that being the
call.
room code, but I forgot what game that was.
that was
TKO.
TKO.
TKO was which stream was that?
It wasn't
no
on a stream.
stream.
It was just
wasn't a call.
It was just a call. But
Oh,
did
it
take a
was just
picture.
playing ourselves.
Did take a picture.
Ah.
Where was the picture? Where was it? I had it saved somewhere.
Did you post it to that subreddit that had all the funny room codes?
No, I did not.
Did you take the picture with your phone or other miscellaneous camera device?
No, it's a screenshot.
Okay, it's a screenshot. I would imagine it would be in your computer's default pictures folder unless you established another place for those files.
Alright, I'm looking. I'm doing a generic search right now. Save it.
Like if you know the file name, that's what you search for. If you don't know the file name, then you gotta remember the date and shit.
Yeah, as of right now, I don't remember the date, and I think I lost the file.
Oh well. Let's see.
Oh, it did.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, I found it. Remember
Right.
that?
Oh yes. Now I remember. Anyway, as I guess unsubtly put it earlier, we are not the only people that have these weird ass room codes in our games. A whole bunch of people do randomly, and there's a whole subreddit full of them.
Where is it? Room code. There it is, Funny Room Code Friday.
Yes. Every Friday, which is today, people go there and post funny room codes.
Yes, and here's one of them.
Alright. They got the gems. I wonder who has the holograms. Your email's up.
Whoops.
Bald, kind of like the logo.
Yes. If you're not watching this, go ahead and email me something. It's not even my real personal email, so I don't care. But I'll still deal with this in the VOD.
Right.
And yeah, they change the flare every once in a while, so you kind of have to find the early versions of the flare.
Let's see,
Right. I'm just gonna say code.
Alright.
Where is it? There it is.
Dildo.
There's a number.
Dildo. You have to click on the link because they don't show the... I think they censored the preview.
Dildo.
Dildo.
Yeah. Alright. Random room codes. There's this one.
When it's a lot.
Ibu.
Oreo. The code for the game is game.
Eddie.
Eddie and his Teddy. Okay, I didn't know they allowed damn. I thought damn was one of the prohibited ones. Obey binge pipe. Greg.
Definitely.
Yes. A, B, C, D, E, F, gun.
Sucks.
Sucks. It sucks, and it swallows.
Oh god, that's a stone tooth.
Bang. Welcome to hell. There's no way that's an actual room code.
Yo, decent. Look at this. This is an old footage.
Old footage of what?
Ooh. I'm not sure how that's relevant to the episode, but
This is during the Jackbox game.
Is this a funny room code or something?
This was during the Jackbox, and by the way, when I was playing, that was during that Twitch Jackbox stream. I was about to do an edit version, but I did not do it in the cut.
Ah.
And look at the shirt. I'm still wearing the same shirt.
Whoa.
Sweet.
Shows how little we changed as people.
Yeah, we're ageless.
We are timeless, we should say.
Call it not growing up, but who cares?
A pimp, of course.
So close.
Jack off.
Look at this one.
eBay. Yeah, funny enough, like, you might actually find the Jackbox Party Packs on eBay because they do some limited runs with physical copies. One thing that keeps taunting me on my Walmart is the PS4 version of Party Pack 7 for $20.
Wow.
Like, I don't know if I want it because I got Party Pack 7 on Steam already, but it keeps tempting me.
Look, rest in peace, Kobe.
Wow.
Gotta go fast.
Yep. Gotta run, better run, faster than my image.
Room code, only developers will understand href.
Href. I think it's referring to a code thing.
It's referring to HTML.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, if you ever look into if you ever clicked on the inspect element before, you know what this is.
Alright, let's see. Teenage Toddler Ninja Turtles, Teenage Toddler Ninja Turtles, Teenage Toddler Ninja Turtles.
Look.
That's your response to my song right there. Check into the Murner Hotel.
Perfect.
Hey, where's the naughty filter on that one?
Yeah. Imagine if someone actually did get fuck.
Oh, God.
Noob.
Noobs. Oh, speaking of fuck.
Look, X-Fook.
X-Fook the X-Dog. What if we got an X-Dog? Oh, God, I jinxed it.
Oh, no.
Edgy, that's you.
Yes. Oh, another one.
Funny enough, like, we talked about the fuck you Easter egg and it lives on.
Yeah. AKFC. This figure looking good. Ain't that funny though.
Q-Rack? IDs? Nipple. That one I like.
Yep.
FREE, that spells free. Creditreport.com, baby. FREE, that spells free. Is that Xbox?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Imagine if this was on a PS5 or PS4.
Yeah, like Nintendo wouldn't mind, but Sony would.
Yeah.
Bugs. Snacks.
Funny.
Honey. This video is brought to you by Honey.
Yes.
This video is brought to you by Winnie the Pooh.
Race.
Enter the race code.
Yes. Giraffe.
Giraffe.
That's not even that funny. There's calf.
A giraffe calf.
This is misleading.
Wow! Wait a minute. What do you mean misleading?
It's supposed to say gawk, but it looks like cock.
Oh, so that's actually a G?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, the internet. Yeah, that's my favorite kind of teenage activity.
Gigs.
I am gigs. What's next, Megs?
No, the next one is here.
Here, there.
These
D.
nuts.
Damn it.
Okay,
I don't get it.
okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, thanks, bye, little. Ha! Gay!
Yes. Like a.
PP. Speaking of PP, has anyone ever checked out the PP Poo Poo podcast? It's on Spotify.
I do not want to.
Neither do I. We're gonna need some soap after hearing what I just said.
Speaking of luck.
Yep. Enter the room code. I can't. Hobie?
Yeah, that's
Hold
kind of. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, it doesn't even.
I don't even know what the context is.
Look at when I play with a bunch of furries.
Box B. I wonder what the B stands for. There's that dildo again.
Yep.
Dogs. Yeah, funny we don't get these codes.
Vinegar.
Like I can tell one of us is a furry, but yet we're not getting them codes.
Yep.
Orgy.
Bong.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, that's what I think about all these codes so far.
PGH, boop.
Burp. Eh, quit
Almost there, almost there.
Why is so funny?
it. Eating your shit up. That is so close to sex.
Look.
Yeah, that's how you can tell how much pain they're in to be with the virgins. Hey, Digi.
Look, moms.
Oh my god. How appropriate. Mother's Day's coming up in a couple weeks.
Banned.
Kicked out for banned behavior.
Ouch.
Yeah, I can feel it in my soul.
Look.
Lewd. Of course. This is our Tech Talk on Tech Talk. It's Ted. Ooh. That's the perfect way to describe my fail just then. Oof. I am salty. Oh, the go. God damn it. What's the next one? AIDS.
Yep. Of course, name. Elmo.
You can make millions with the room code Elmo. No.
Inky.
Where's Blinky and
And-
Clyde and subscribe? Read on the floor.
Look.
And the room and the code is code.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hacking. And the code is Johnson. Do, 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 do.
Yes.
Do, 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 do.
Mime.
Yeah. Jackbox is not a Mr. Mime, but they play one on TV.
Bung.
Hey, bunghole, they need TP.
We've got this code today. I think it's rare.
What is it?
Another
where's the
one.
code? What is it, Eddie?
Code.
It's code again.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, next.
Whoops. All right. Where's the next? We did these. 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 We did these.
You did a disease.
Okay.
SMTV.
Look.
What's it for?
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
I thought it was gonna be like I thought it was referencing the Super Mario Logan shit.
Mm-hmm.
Lick.
Wipe. Fish.
Fish. Like shooting fish in a barrel.
And
Okay.
advertising for Whiplash.
Yes. Yeah, and then that's that then. So yes, remember, you gotta, these things are rare, but they are hilarious. When you take into account the possibility that any of those 4 letters could be any of the 26 letters for the alphabet, multiply 26 by itself 4 times, and that's your number of combinations. Plus, then subtract the number of combinations that are prohibited words, like fuck and others.
Yep.
And there's your chance of one of those words popping up for you. Yeah, that's a good way to end the show with math homework.
Yep. That's a good way to end the episode. Here are my final thoughts. Jackbox will likely always be an important part of the YRC, and it's pretty cool that we finally got to talk about Jackbox on an episode.
Yes, it's a good way to break the ice with people you have never met before, but you know they like games. Like if it wasn't for Jackbox, not only would I have not brought a new dimension to the YRC, but I also probably wouldn't have gotten the Wild Card and Friends series off the ground on my own channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, even if people may or may not comprehend the types of games you're into, Jackbox is one of those with, like, universal appeal.
Yep. And what's next on the whole, menu for SmackDown? Go check.
Let's see, next week's SmackDown is... Fuck. What was it?
I'll check.
Alright. Meanwhile, the next Raw... I forgot that already.
It's a thing we like to call the Magic 8 Ball. Like, where we ask a Magic 8 Ball and similar things questions.
Oh yes, kind of like what we used to do as children, except now it's virtual.
Yep.
And the next Raw is
of course Tonyo playing WWE 2K20. Something.
Yes, and if you're looking forward to Backlash, then it's coming soon. Tomorrow, in fact, they will be hijacking my server to host said Backlash.
Yes. Now that you know what to look forward to, bye-bye.
Bye.